Hey, Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashem Chakadash, the ones and the apostles of great millstone that rule well, and Shalom, true brothers in the highways and byways, doing the work sincerely and faithfully and continually fighting that good fight of faith. Lord willing, we're found that number to be delivered. All right, so I'm going to start this one off with Revelation 13 and 16, and it says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Okay, this mark is going to go in their right hand or in their forehead, and the time is drawing near, more so now that it's becoming more of a mainstream announcement that people are going to start receiving and hearing more and more about these marks. Okay, that's going to go in their right hand or in their forehead. So let me get this real quick. This young lady's in Whole Foods and she's
I'm at Whole Foods and I'm about to pay for my groceries with my.
You see? So it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. It's going to be new. It's going to be hip. It's going to be that new thing. And it's here. All right? She's in Whole Foods and absolutely astonished because this thing went through with her banking information. Most likely her health information is on there. All these things are ready to go. They're in place. All right? So next thing is going to be the big surprise is if they drop the bottom out of the market, some type of major event or false flag, as we call it, is going to take place, and it's going to be able to let them usher in this means of payment, this means of transaction, in which we know it to be the m.o.t.b. All right. So again, she's all excited and happy and disbelief. It's the coolest thing ever, she says. All right. So it's not going to be so cool to those who truly are going to renounce it. Okay. This thing is about to take place and you people have no idea. All right. Let's go here. Of course.
Soon you will be able to pay for groceries at every Whole Foods in the U.S. with just a swipe of your hand. Amazon says that the Pay by Palm technology will be at all of those stores nationwide by the end of the year. Customers just have to hover their hand over the device to pay. This method is already being used at 200 Whole Foods locations across 20 states, and you can also find it in other places, stores like Panera Bread. Hardware editor at TechCrunch, Brian Heater, joins us now. Brian, let's just start off. Tell us how this technology works.
Sure. So in terms of the actual enrollment process, the first time you go to one of these Amazon One locations, you wave your hand over it. That will enroll you in the program, and then you associate that with a credit card that you have on file. In terms of the actual underlying technology behind it, it's not actually getting a read of the palm itself, which, I think is what most people expect. It's actually taking a look at the vein patterns underneath your hands, which Amazon is effectively saying is a way to do this kind of biometric identification without actually giving any identifying information away.
That's fascinating. I mean, I think anybody.
Okay, so we all know and understand it's going to be the implementation of that little device there. All right. And this is what's going to be the new norm. All right. And it's not going to be for a long period of time because we're at the end of this thing. But it's going to be, and it's going to roll out. Why? Because the scriptures must be fulfilled. As we read, he causes all, both small and great, free and bond. All right. So this thing is going to roll out. And that's when the rubber's going to meet the road. We're going to see who are going to be the real ones that are going to say, I'm not taking it. We'll see. And Lord willing, the hopeful elect, we are in that number that we're going to, denounce any and everything this devil has to offer. because it's either poisonous or it's death that he likes to administer unto the people. All right. Continue on. Let's go to this one here. Matter of fact, let me get this little article here. Okay. And this was from the business section of let me get that out of there. Close that. A mobile syrup. And it says Neuralink is looking for human candidates to have a chip implanted in their brain. All right. Now, this was as of November 8, 2023. So you best believe they're looking for some fine young candidates to get that chip implanted in their head. All right. It says, according to the company, the ideal candidate for the trial will be a quadriplegic person under the age of 40. Esau has no shame whatsoever. All right. Just by the measure of what he wants to do and who he's looking to do it to. Nobody's exempt, man. Nobody. They said the perfect candidate would be a quadriplegic person under the age of 40. Go figure that one out. Right? This is the devil hard at work, man. Elon Musk's Neuralink has received FDA approval for human clinical trials, which means the company is now ready to open up human skulls and implant chips that could reportedly help restore mobility and communication abilities. Okay, so they're trying to play like the Most High now. Now they're trying to put life back into limbs. All right. It says this comes after the company tested its chips on animals, mostly monkeys, many of whom faced complications like bloody diarrhea, partial paralysis, and brain swelling, and died due to the chip malfunctioning. So put that on the application. But Esau, they got no problem with this. They're dead devils. They love to push it to the limit. And most importantly, they love to be the first ones to do something. Okay? Reading a little bit more, it says the human trial volunteer will have to undergo a procedure that involves removing a piece of their skull and inserting a thin wire and electrodes into the brain by a robotic surgeon. The wires will connect to a computer and the computer size of a quarter, which will replace the missing piece of the skull. These devils is really going hard, man. They're going hard. You hear these details of how they're going to do this? According to Bloomberg, the ideal candidate for the trial will be a quadriplegic person under the age of 40. This procedure's main aim would be to help restore the candidate's mobility. So we already read all that. All right? But again, they're looking to, carve out a piece of your skull, remove it for good, and put a quarter-like size, patch in there, if you will. So there's a lot to think about for you people, man. You people got a lot to think about. And again, they're going to stop at nothing to get it done. All right? I believe we heard about this. Let me see this one here.
Did you just cancel the ride?
No.
Welcome back. When was the last time you wrote an actual check or bought something with cash? Swiping and tapping our cards and our apps are not just the easiest way to spend money, they're the safest way, unless, of course, we misplace our phones or our wallets, and then it's a nightmare. It is hard to misplace your hands, however. And soon your hand may be all that you need to buy anything that you can afford and many things that you can't. Because a company called Walletmore is developing a very teeny tiny chip. You see it there in the X-ray? That should creep you out. The chip is like the ones that are found in smart credit cards or debit cards, and the chip gets embedded just under your skin and makes your whole hand a credit card. Joining me now is Wojtek Perota. He's the CEO and founder of WalletMore. Okay, Wojtek, this is so futuristic and out there, but walk me through how it actually works.
Okay, so we understand that. All right. So again, we've been talking about it for years, and as you notice throughout the years and the upcoming of months to it, these commercials, these news clippings, they're getting more and more dressed up. Right? They're making you feel more and more comfortable by putting it out there in this fashion. So essentially, they're just trying to whine you to sleep, so to say. So to the point where you're going to hear it so many more times, it's going to be like just second nature to you. And this is how the devil works, man. This is how they work. They smash it down your throat, and they indoctrinate you with that sound, with that voice. Oh, this is the newest thing. Everybody's gonna do it. Everybody's getting it. But beware. Beware, for the devil's gonna come down unto you having great wrath. All right. And all in all, okay, see right here. And all in all, the ultimate conclusion of this whole m.o.t.b in this brain, the implant of the brain, is this. Revelation 14:9. And it says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." Okay? "And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whomsoever receiveth the mark of his name." All right? And we know that the cats that left out of here, all right, they're steadfast on this torment being hell, which is a thing of the ways of this world. Even as you as growing up, you had that little inkling in the back of your mind, but there ain't no such thing as no hell. Ain't nobody going down in the pit. All right? But the wicked one came and swept and took them away. Satan sifted them. All right? So the mark of the beast, all right, is here. It's in full swing. And they just put the finishing and final touches on the fact that whatever transpires, whether it be the crashing of the stock market, or whether it be some false flag, or whether it be the ridding of the dollar, whatever facet they're going to use, it's going to usher in the full and unadulterated m.o.t.b, man. All right. So I'm gonna end it with that, Lord willing. I'm gonna see you on another one. I say shalom.